Hey, what's going on? E. Jones, bottom to the top sports. We outside 98.9 Chucktown, ESPN Radio. What's good, my guy?
What's really good, Black Elvis? We are here in the building. Well, I love to say another fun day Sunday. What's goody?
Yo, I'm good, man. I appreciate all the people who continue to tune in, all the people who watch us out there, and the people who listen in, because you know we on visual.
Yes, sir.
On that bottom to the top sports.com.
Yes, sir.
The YouTube page. Make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, stay engaged with us. We definitely ready to chop it up with the people.
Let's talk sports, baby.
Let's talk sports. What you got?
Come on, first thing we got to get into NFL season.
NFL season, man. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Aaron Rodgers in New York, New Jersey? I don't know what the Jets are.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled because there's a little more.
Wait, backtrack. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Are you a Jets or a Giants fan? Let's just be clear.
I like both teams. You can stop that. I like both teams.
This is unbelievable.
They're both New York teams.
Yo, I wish you guys could just like be here right now, be listening and observing this. Steve, you hear this, Steve? This is crazy. I just want to let you know. Steve is the super producer behind the keyboards, making everything look good.
Yes, sir.
So Steve is looking at you right now in disbelief, borderline disgust.
You want to know my favorite football team? College, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Oh,
Let's get it.
What a bandwagon here.
Big shout out to South Carolina.
Let me just say this.
Who showed us love.
Yo, listen.
What?
We're going to get back to Aaron. Just remember Aaron Rodgers and the Jets and your both teams. Just remember that.
Yes.
Let's get to that.
Wait, first of all, I'm a Jets and a Giants fan.
You
but
cannot have two
You keep
teams
saying I can't.
in
Why
one
can't
sport.
I? Why can't I? There's no
an
rule. There's no rule.
There is an unwritten rule.
I haven't seen it,
unwritten. That's
but
why
I have.
you have-
But
unwritten.
only in your world, because in my world,
No.
I've been doing this for years.
No.
I've had the Bulls and the Knicks.
Aficionados will chime in and they will tell you, and you will get a slap.
Nobody
on the wrist.
said nothing. Well,
Because
maybe
you're a bully. You're a bully. You just trying to make rules up as you go. You see what the type of dude you are. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's
I
not
like
true.
two
That's
teams.
not true, people.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but I mean the Jets and the Giants.
No, you cannot have.
So you telling me I can't like?
So you can have two wives? No, it's too long. You take too long.
Yeah, you can't have two wives.
So you can't have two.
You can have two teams. Let's talk Aaron Rodgers because
What
this is
happens when they play against each other?
You go for who you really like most.
Who you really like most?
Giants. Aaron Rodgers. I feel that he's brought some excitement back to New York in a sense because the Jets have a pretty decent team, but we don't have a leader on the field. And most of the time, the quarterback is normally your leader. So, and he's used to being a good leader. I'm hoping and praying that he comes to New York and he leads the Jets at least into the playoffs. That's what I'm banking on.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you.
You still on it?
I'm thoroughly to hear what you're talking about.
Yo, why is he holding on to this? Because
I'm not even a begrudger.
Because he's a Philadelphia fan and
76ers in basketball.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're.
I don't want nobody thinking I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Okay, got you.
You said Philadelphia is a generalization.
Yeah, that was general.
But I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh boy.
I only have one team.
Look what I'm going
Yankees,
through.
Cowboys, Sixers. College football, Notre Dame, and Colorado.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yo, let me tell you something. We gonna get into that. I'm a save. I'm a save that. Oh man.
What, Deion?
Yo, you might have topics. I don't know what you want to. I'm just here for the ride. I just want to take a quality amount of time so we could talk about Deion. Everything else on this show is all good, it's fair game. Just give me my time for prime
Time. Let's go.
Right now?
Unless you want to get to it at the end.
I mean, we could get to it. I mean, just let it flow.
Okay, U.S. Open. How you feeling? You catching any matches?
You know what? I usually get to the U.S. Open
I know you do.
Every year.
Big shout out to E. Jones' wife.
Yeah,
I'll be seeing y'all on the gram at them good U.S. Opens.
Yeah, man. So I haven't been able to get there. You know what? as much as I enjoy tennis, and we talked about Billie Jean King, you know, I think it's been it's the 30-year anniversary where she fought for an equal purse for men's and women's tennis, and I think that's a poignant moment, and it's one of those things that has changed the trajectory of not just women's tennis, women's sports in general.
In general, yeah.
And the WNBA does a great job in terms of promoting and advocating for the women's game. But Shaq said something interesting, and I know I'm, diverting from the topic. Shaq said, and I think you and I have had this discussion. You guys can look this up. Shaq said they should just lower the rim just a little. To add the dunk into the women's game, it would change everything. So you're going to have the people on the opposite side who are going to play devil's advocate and say, it's just fine, women are dunking already, we could play on the regulation court, same size women and men, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's not true. It is realistic. It's probably not the best thing for the excitement of the game. We're talking entertainment now. Women, just by sheer facts, are traditionally shorter than men. That's a fact, right? We do know that some women are taller, some men are shorter. We understand that. But just the numbers. We do know that athletically, the way our genetic makeup is, men are just more physically imposing and more gifted athletically, right? A man's makeup.
Yeah.
So let's make the court, I think the court and the rim, make it equitable. It doesn't have to be equal, right? So make it so the women's game maybe a shorter court, maybe 84 feet instead of 94, maybe a 9.5 foot rim, so women is getting in the lane and taking off. What like imagine that if you could see Sabrina Ionescu mix somebody up, get in the lane and lean in and dunk on somebody.
That would look crazy.
Come on, you be watching top 5 highlights and be on ESPN.
I got a question for you. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
I'm just saying, it would be like top 5 highlights. You see women getting dunked on. It would be leading Sports Center. Because some of these dunks that these men are doing, high school level, college level,
it's
NBA
ridiculous.
level, it just defies what we know as gravity. How high these kids are jumping is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And some of the women are dunking in game, but it's like, you know what I mean? We want to see more of it. At least I do. I'm speaking from a personal preference and perspective, so don't come down on it.
I got a question for you. This question has been in the email from John from South Carolina, and he keeps sending the text. It's, how do you feel about transgenders playing sports even though a man is playing with women? How do you feel about that?
I'm not talking about it.
You're not talking about it?
You can talk about it all you want. I'm not talking about it. Because I think I love everybody.
Politically correct, right?
I love everybody. Thank you, ESPN. I love everybody. Everybody play with everybody. It's all good.
Okay.
Listen, because at the end of the day, here's the thing, right? When it comes to these types of topics, there is no right answer. And you take a stance and people, they come down
But
on
you said there's no right, but you literally just broke down the genetics of a man compared to a woman.
I did. I did. But at the end of the day, these are people within their same sex that are, people have the right to do whatever they want to do. And let the people who are the officials and the rule makers decide and judge that. That ain't for me. Because I understand our society these days are so opinionated. And we do get paid for our opinions. But as it relates to things of this nature, it takes me into a space where I feel like people should always have the right to do what they want to do, right? And if people are offended by it and it offends the masses and you change rules, good for you. I'm not here to be anybody's judge or jury. Peace. I'm Nixon. I'm Switzerland.
Politically correct over here.
All day long on this one.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I better leave that alone, only because Eric's being politically correct, and we want to keep our jobs.
Well, you know, if you want to make this the farewell show, we can go
He
and
said
jump
the
into it if
farewell
you want to.
No, I like ESPN.
I do too. God bless. Cause listen, if I ain't learned nothing from Dave Chappelle, they came at him hard body karate. And I don't want no smoke. Thank you, ESPN.
Oh man, that's funny.
And thank you, ESPN.
All right, we're gonna move on. New basketball season. How you feeling just with the changes? I mean, one thing I love about the NBA is they try.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they try to stay at the head of the curve. You know, they try to instill new things, and
They always have.
they understand the importance of keeping the fan engaged. Like, this is a whole new move
It's a
now.
global game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a global game. The only sport more popular is soccer,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like unbelievably, you know, fanatical when it comes to soccer, especially in Europe and internationally. But as far as basketball is concerned, when you look at it, the NBA with Basketball Without Borders, what Kobe did in China, you look at the Yao Mings, you look at the Manu Ginobili's, you look at the, what's my man name, Luka Doncic, Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker, all of these names, just, you know, the Joker, Giannis. So when the NBA is able to get those players, turn them into stars in the United States, and these guys have dreamed about being here, then they win championships. Now guess what we have? A group of young people, especially, who are motivated and fans of the Greek Freak, so you just captured Greece, right? So now you capture Lithuania, then you capture Brazil, and now we almost got stars from all of the European countries represented in the NBA, and now the NBA is just this big melting pot.
Yeah, definitely.
And they do such a great job of marketing, and they're very intentional about pushing that agenda of those international players, and then having players who are of American descent go over and visit and do camps and clinics and all of that things. So what does that do? That engages the fan to say, you care about us over here. You want to be able to teach us, show us clinics, and God forbid Yao Ming goes back to China when he's playing in the NBA.
Man, movie.
It's a movie.
But let me say this. What bugs me out is me being a New York City kid and playing, you know, at the top tier in New York.
Okay.
Everywhere in the States teach a position.
Yeah.
When you are overseas, they are just playing ball. So just because I'm 6'7" doesn't mean I'm going to limit myself to now not handling the ball and learning how to shoot the
Can I ask
three.
you a question?
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
Because, you know, you had to bring it back. That comes with it. Body language.
So yeah, for the people listening on radio, L just did an inside-out crossover. Nobody can see.
Well, we got the visual. They can see it. Oh, you notice with the left, too. See how everything to the left.
You crossed over too, or that was between the legs?
Oh, no. Jump shot.
Oh, you just trying to create
Yeah,
separation.
I need separation.
Okay. That was funny to me.
But, I mean, come on, let's be real. Do you realize that? Like, I know you understand it, and I know a lot of major basketball heads understand it, but I think that's, like, not a good thing. Because, okay, let's just say we're in New York. Shout out to your boy, Ian Jackson, OSL. Imagine if he was limited. The coaching, you're the second tallest player on the team. Go down low. They didn't do that to him.
Well, so just to give people an education, in Europe, whether it's at the very developmental low level or at the pro level, there's 2 practices a day. Just think of it this way. 1 practice is for you, 1 practice is for me. The first practice, it could be in any order, but 1 practice is designed strictly for team and strategy. The other practice is designed strictly for development. So you're working on skill set, jumpers, ball handling, concepts, cutting, passing, screening, and you're learning how to play. And then I mean, it makes sense that the development part is first, and then the competition and strategy part is second, because you get to implement some of these things you worked on and actually try it against competition. So in Europe, that's why you see the positionless basketball. That's why you see the skilled bigs, because they're taking their time to focus and they understand the base fundamentally is going to be able to speed your trajectory up in terms of your development. And I think that's why you have it with Europe.
Got it. Makes sense.
Can we talk about Deion now?
Yes, go ahead.
So Deion comes into, I'm gonna walk this all the way back.
First of all, he said his team is Colorado. I let him
didn't
rock.
say that.
I let him rock.
I didn't say that. Don't misquote me.
What'd you say?
I said I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I like Colorado.
Reminded people. He said, I got two teams. You said
I might have.
You did. That's why I was going.
I might have.
You know I'm holding on
Edit
to
that,
that.
Steve.
Because you be killing me.
Steve.
Because you be killing me.
Yo,
You be killing me when I'm here.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was a Colorado fan last week. Like, I wanted Colorado to win so bad because Deion is such a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can engage the fans who listen to us in that way, because it takes you on a ride that when you watch his Instagram stories, you're waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
You're looking at his posts and you are motivated and inspired to do better, do more. You want to be able to have that jargon and be quick-witted and speak the way he speaks if you're some kind of coach, teacher, or mentor, because it's connective. People can relate to it, and there's a swag to it that's authentic, and to be so brash and humble at the same time. How many people do you know that can master that?
No, that's tough.
Braggadocious and humble.
How?
And God-fearing.
But how? Those three doesn't really go in the bag.
Right?
Yeah, together.
But it's authentically him. So
Prime time.
So he goes and coaches at Jackson State. Historically black college university in the SWAC. Getting a little flack from them. People are upset because he's bringing in resources. He's recruiting the top players. Paid a kid, got NIL money. Kid got a lot of bread. Son's driving around in nice cars. And you know, they got the shoe deal. And it's almost like, how y'all getting all this? Because Coach Prime is here. And they went out, and it should be noted that they lost the last game that he played. And then they robbed him, which was super whack.
How'd they rob him? I didn't see it.
They played the championship game. He came into the locker room and they robbed his.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said they robbed him. Yeah, definitely.
Which is crazy. Like, he was set up. So that's just the internal hate from people. Like, no cameras. Like, come on. It's cool. So now they question him. They say, yo, you ain't really SWAC, because he came with a whole different agenda. What was your feeling when he was in the SWAC and he was doing all of that work? What were you kind of getting that momentum, getting that feeling and that vibe during that time?
I was really loving him being in the HBCU world, because he was bringing so much attention. Like, game day has never covered a HBCU school.
Hello.
Till Deion Sanders got there.
Hello.
You understand? So it's that type of change and momentum and attention that the kids really need. And Deion, he gonna get his little shine off of it, but Deion makes it clear he's here for those kids. He's trying to make young men. That's what I love about Deion.
But I'm gonna say this: his shine just happens. He ain't looking for it, right? He just prime time. He's a show.
No, he's the show.
Hello. And he's just conscious of content. And his younger son, Deion Jr., is he's the one churning the videos.
He's living a movie.
But the Shador's the quarterback. Deion Jr. is the one that puts all of their content out. He's the video editor and filming.
Wow.
So and I gotta check and see if his daughter transferred to Colorado because she was nice at hoop.
Yeah.
She was at Jackson State.
Yeah.
But anyway, fast forward, he goes to Colorado. Magnetic press conference. They sell out the stadium. The freaking season tickets before the season starts. They have the preseason game, great attendance. They go into TCU, into Fort Worth, Texas, playing against the number 17 team in the country. 21 to 22 point underdog. They were just in the national championship. They get into an old-fashioned shootout.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I was glued to that television. And I was just, come on. Like, I'm talking to the TV type intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, L, I cleared my schedule out. Yo, if anybody wants to get me a gift, I'm a big fan of Stewart's orange cream soda. I got me a Stewart's orange cream.
Big shout out to Stewart's. Go check.
Yo, I got a Stewart's orange cream. I got me a nice, the spot by my crib that you got the little buffet.
Oh, yeah. I like that
little
food.
I got this. I sat in front of the TV, and it was a Saturday, and my day was kind of like chill because I made it that way. And man, I ain't never had so much fun watching. And I don't really watch TV except sports.
I know.
I really was ready for that. And that just goes to tell you, kids, if you are a student athlete and you have a certain level of popularity, and guess what? You don't even got to be that good. But if you have an engaging personality and you can either capture the content yourself or have somebody capture it, and you can do some storytelling, there's apps out there that you can edit. You can create your own show on social media and figure out when you want to air it, how you want to air it, what you want it to be about. Deion has he don't got no network, but he sure enough is getting 100,000 views.
And he's getting paid off it. Deion knows that. He knows how to play this content game. Prime time.
Yo,
I just want to say this too. I'm just so happy that, when that happened with Deion, because of who he is, he has the integrity, and he cares about how people look at him. But you could have took a lot of people in that situation. They would have spazzed out and they would have lost it. How you gonna come in my locker room and steal my jewelry?
And his wallet.
So that just lets you know, even when you are making change and you are changing people's lives, there's always gonna be haters amongst there. That's the lesson of the day. So
you got to be able to rise above it, take the high road, and understand there's something bigger at play. And one thing that Deion always talks about, he talks about his faith and his spirituality. And at that moment, he was tested.
Yes, he was.
And one thing about Deion is very connected to the people that he came up around. And those people that support him that, may not always be the desirables. So I'm sure he could have made a phone call or two.
And turned up. Yeah, but that's where the integrity comes from, though.
That's where the rational mind and the spirituality comes in, because you can easily make a rash decision that can put you in a jam.
Yeah.
We've been there before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the beautiful thing about this, and this is a teaching moment, like you have to understand you'll be in a situation where you can react. But first things first, if you don't think before you react, now you can't get that time back. You can't get how you responded back.
Get jammed up.
And you get jammed up. And another thing I want to say, a lot of times, if you really have a relationship with the Creator, a lot of things is tested sometimes. Yeah. And if Deion was tested, I can just imagine where he's going in his future.
Well, Deion is now. And the future is in real time. Because
well, the future is 2 years for him. This is one season.
You say he's out of there.
No, I think in year 2, he's gonna have a winning season, and they're gonna be looked upon in the.
You don't think they're gonna have a winning season?
I think they're gonna have a winning season this year, but I'm talking about.
You're not a believer. You know what?
Well, I'm a believer in Deion.
So you saying right now, Colorado got a good win.
Yeah.
They caught lightning in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
They rode some momentum.
Mm-hmm.
There's some great teams in the Pac-12.
Yes.
And they're going to get popped.
No, I ain't saying they're going to get popped, but I don't know if they're going to be in the top 2 in the conference. That's a tough conference.
It is a tough conference.
So, I mean, I'm giving them some kudos. I'm giving them some props. Number 3, number 4, but I don't think top 2. But I'm hoping and wishing and praying for them. Don't misunderstand me. I want to see them win.
And this goes to show you how that's a real sports educated perspective that you gave.
Mm-hmm.
Deion came up in a press conference and said, I read what you wrote. I saw the stuff that you said. You bought into that 20. Remember I came in, you didn't believe. He said, you believe now? He's talking directly to a reporter. He said, you believe now? He said, no. He said, believe in what? He's like, oh, you don't believe. Don't worry about it though. He said, you wasn't expecting to be in this press conference. You thought you was going to be on the other side interviewing them. And y'all was going to be able to come after me and say, what happened to all that stuff you was saying? He was like, not today though. And he understands the moment and what he has to live up to in the charge. So I'm unwilling at this point, based on what I'm seeing, to bet against them. Because that wasn't no rinky-dink TCU team at TCU coming off a national championship. Are there teams better than that? Yes. But here's the thing. Colorado did not play a good defensive game.
But see, that's the thing. You hit it on the nose.
Offensively, they are a juggernaut. Now, here's a big test. They got Nebraska coming in. Nebraska ain't no joke. We know Cornhusker Nation is coming ready, but they got to come see them in Boulder.
Yeah, that's going to be a goodie. That's going to be a goodie.
Guess who's going to be tuned in?
You? Me too. And Nebraska defense is a lot better.
I might have some watch parties at the crib.
Ooh, let's get it.
You know what I mean? Order a little food. Make My Fish. Big shout out to Make My Fish on 116. Yo, Joe, I see you, baby. Way to take care of us. Love is love, always.
Big shout out to Fine Food Cuisine.
Big shout out to Fine Food Slice, Chef Al. You know how we get.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Al. I'll just tell you something. You know, when we get on this airwaves, we always go with this agenda. You know, you got these.
I got the phone.
And
we never get to anything.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Well,
you know why it's your fault?
Please tell me.
Because you be letting me just bug out.
Yeah, but it's our show. That's why we created it, for us to bug out.
If you want to be empowered to be able to talk your talk, and you want to be able to walk your walk, I'm in my Deion bag right now. Get your own stuff. Why you ride mine? No, but real talk, man. I think that's the beauty of it, right? As long as the people are listening, and as long as it's entertaining and engaging, and we do this.
And informative. We try to be as informative as possible.
Yes, and we want to make a differentiation in terms of the information that we provide and make sure that we're giving out quality information. Big shout out to D. Jones, City Legends, the whole team, Jerry Ice. I already know what it is.
We ain't have to say it's over because we got the time and we can't believe it's over. I can't.
Yo, give your shout out, man.
Big shout out to everybody who support. Big shout out to the producer Steve. Big shout out to Darnell Lee. Big shout out to Sean Black. Big shout out to my man Jules. They got an MAA fighter. We were supposed to shout out. He was supposed to send the information. He didn't. Biggest shout out to the man upstairs who opens doors that no man can close.
Yeah.